Welcome everybody to another episode of Stardom. I'm your host, Jukebox Ginger, with Daniel Jackson once again. How you doing, man?
I'm good, Dylan. What were you about to say? You were saying I'm your, I don't know, whatever.
Well, I was looking at you, waiting for you to cough again, so it kind of made me pause.
You know why that happens? Two reasons. One, because I'm on diabetic medicine and that makes me cough. But because of there's these things when spirit, because everybody knows I'm a medium. When spirit comes through and they're around me all the time, they call this the throat chakra, where it affects you and it'll make you cough. It actually makes me cough all the time because I have so many of them around me all the time. It just affects me.
That makes a lot of sense. It does. I mean, whether it makes sense or not, that's what happens, right?
Yeah, well, it wasn't like I was deep throating somebody a little while ago, so you know.
Hey, I don't know
Hey,
your life. I don't know your life, man.
yeah, you dream, you wish you had my life, but yeah, okay.
All right, so I did have I had the guy that I told you about, Embalm from the Embalm Effect. He listened to some of your
Yeah,
stuff today,
yeah,
so he's gonna get a hold of you. But he said he kind of wants to hear some of your stuff first, so that's fine.
sure, sure, absolutely, yeah. Did you give them my website or anything like that?
Yeah,
Or
I gave him your website and your Facebook link, so he said he'll be getting a hold of you here in a couple
did you
days.
give them my measurements, my phone number, anything like that? I mean, you giving all my information out? You
Uh,
fucking
I got the okay from you before I did it. Okay.
did I? Did I give you the okay, man? I
Yeah,
don't know.
you said it was fine.
Oh, I must have been all right. Out
I
of it.
mean, you're already heading towards your deathbed, anyways. You forget half the
Yeah,
shit.
I'm pretty fucking close. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah.
All right, so again, I was supposed to have a show tonight. Well, I am having a show tonight, thanks to you.
Right.
With Return of the Critics, and hey, man, we will still get you on. Shit happens. So, Daniel, thanks for coming to my rescue.
You're welcome. That's what I do.
So, for today's episode, I wanted to do something sort of off the wall, which every episode is, but um, I did things that aren't illegal, but you probably shouldn't do
Um,
them.
yeah, I've probably done quite a few of those myself in my lifetime, but uh, you know,
Yeah.
it's all about learning your boundaries. That's all.
Yes. Well, and a lot of these are situations where you have to think like if you were in the scenario, how awkward it would be.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So let's just jump into it. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's not jump too hard because I'm old as shit.
The first one is a scenario: entering an elevator full of people and not turning to face the door.
Entering to turn to go into a
So walking into an elevator full of people, but not turning around, just facing the people.
yeah, that's not a good idea, man. I mean, you don't know who you're walking into. You don't know if that door opens and there's no compartment there, because I've seen that before, you know.
Uh-huh.
So that's not a good idea. Yeah, I want to be able to see what's in front of me before I go anywhere. So, you know,
I'm just imagining how awkward it would be if you were in the elevator with your family and somebody just walked in and they just stared at you the whole time you were going up the elevator.
uh, yeah, that would be a little. I remember as a kid, my friends and I were in an elevator in this mall in Philadelphia, and I was in my 20s doing dumb stuff, you know, because that's what we did. And it was a glass elevator, which was cool.
Huh.
And we were coming down, and I had this one friend of mine who could fart on command. And what he would do, he would take his fist and he'd on his stomach for a little bit, and then blast one out. And that's what he did just before we got out. Farted real bad. It was bad. We got out. A family of four got in there, and we could see them going up, and you could see the look of horror in their face, not knowing what they were getting themselves into. But Yeah, I would want to be able to face what is in front of me before I would want to go in it because you don't know the situation. You know, yeah, not a good idea.
Yeah, I remember when I was when I was a kid, I was going up an escalator, the ones that the facing down, so the ones going down, and I was running up, and I got my jacket caught in one of the stairs,
Oh, so
like
you're like
halfway down.
that's the exact thing that people worry about when they go up an escalator. Right? Oh, I'm gonna get
Yeah,
my shoelace caught. It's going to suck me under or something like that. But
it didn't do that, but it definitely jerked me back.
yeah, not a good way. Did you actually get jerked back and go backwards and land awkward or?
I landed a couple steps back, but it wasn't like
Oh yeah,
it
what's
didn't.
a couple steps?
Yeah,
You were young, right? You could take it.
yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, I know.
um, so next up, this one's actually kind of I don't know. I had to read this a couple times. Chrissy Loyal was diagnosed with cancer in her toes, and it was beginning to spread. She had to get her entire foot and a portion of her lower leg amputated. When the operation was over, the doctor put her leg in a plastic bag. She didn't want to part with it, so she asked the doctors if she could take it home. And they put it in formaldehyde and let her take it.
What is wrong with people? Why would you want to? And then you have to sit there and watch your leg
apparently
deteriorate.
that's apparently that's completely legal though. If you want to take your body parts home after they get taken off, you can take it.
I don't know because I mean they want when they have cancer or something like that they want to dissect it and make sure that it's not something worse and I mean
I'm imagining what she would do with it. Like, is it just pickled on a shelf in her house? She got it
yeah
hanging on a wall.
yeah oh here's a fun Phil fact you probably don't know about me. I don't know if I told you that. So due to diabetes, I got this cut on the bottom of my foot and could not get it healed up. And I went. I had to get an X-ray done on it, and then I went to work one day, and then they called me up right at work and said, "You have to leave work today, Mr. Jackson. You have to come to the hospital. We have to take your toe off."
You have told me that.
Yeah, and I went in and they needled me up, and then they were doing things with and doing the song and then they played some country music and they said, "All right, we got the music pumping. Is there anything that we can do for you?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "Will you please turn off that country music because I'd rather listen to that fucking song." So yeah, because I didn't want to hear country music because country music sucks. Anybody who listens to country music, I don't know what you're doing, but it sucks. But yeah, I did not want my toe after they took it off. That's for sure, you know. But
There's actually a bar in like northern Canada that does like a pirate's toe or something like that, and like you kiss the toe, you do the shot of whiskey, and then have to kiss the toe.
no, no.
You don't think that alcohol sterilizes it?
Yeah, I'm when I was younger, I'm sure I kissed a lot worse than that. But yeah, yeah, I thought that was the thing to do. But not anymore. No, I'm good now. So yeah. But I do like pickles.
Oh, me too. Actually, for that, how was your Thanksgiving, by the way?
It wasn't. Oh man. So my sister, always, whenever she cooks dinner, whenever we go over there for dinner, she always makes really small portions. There was 10 people there, and she got a 10-pound turkey. Okay, and there's so much bone there, So there was turkey, there was corn, stuffing, gravy. One guy made some lobster mashed potatoes, but they were so soupy it was like mashed soup. Yeah, but my sister made the stuffing, and the stuffing. My one sister-in-law took a bite, and she's like, something's not right here. Something don't taste right. And she said, I just got over COVID not long ago. Maybe that's it. And I said, I don't know. Let me take a bite. And I was like, oh my God, what the heck is that? And my wife's like, oh, it tastes like metal or something, like something burnt metal. And I was like, oh, I tasted celery seed. My sister said, yeah, I kind of think maybe I put a little bit too much celery seed in there. It's like, what, the whole fucking jar? I was like, holy shit. It was horrible. It was horrible. I told her at the dinner. I said, I can't even go around and tell people that this stuffing was the shit because it is shit. I said, after eating this, I have to lick a dog's ass to get the taste out of my mouth. It's so fucking bad. Yeah, no, it was horrible. Everybody at the table, except my sister's boyfriend, who was like, he's afraid to say anything. He don't want to say nothing. He has to eat it, But yeah, absolutely, yeah, because she would kick his ass. But yeah, we made fun of that. But other than that, dinner was okay, and it was one of the times that my sister was there, my one brother was there, everybody was there, and because I'm moving out to Arizona, I had to say goodbye to everybody, so that was kind of hard. But all in all, it was okay. How about you?
It was good. We did ours was 25 pounds.
Yeah, see, that's the right size, right?
And my wife's got like a family tradition recipe, so it's the same every year, but it turned out fantastic. The stuffing's
And I saw
homemade.
you posted some pictures of like some platters and stuff. I mean, it looked like you had some meat there. It looked like it was curled up, looked like a freaking flower. I was like, man, what the hell?
Yeah, that's my wife. She's very creative with the charcuterie board.
Yeah, she's creative and really, really good looking too. I mean, way too good looking for you, but
Oh, I tell her that every day.
Yeah. Let her talk to me for a while. I'll tell her that too.
What the hell are you doing with this guy? I mean,
yeah.
All right, we're getting a little off topic. Anyways, the food was fantastic. We had like
off topic.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's kind of the point of the show, anyways.
Right.
All right, we got another scenario. While shopping, pulling whatever you want out of other people's carts before they buy them.
I was at Walmart yesterday, and I had my cart. I had a cart. My wife had a cart. We're loading up on as much stuff as we could take with us just before we go. She's over by the dairy products, and I'm standing with my cart, and my wife's cart sitting there by itself. And there's these three people walk up, and this one guy kind of like eyed my wife's cart down, like, look up and see my wife had her purse in it, but she's like 10 feet away, and I'm standing there, and he's looking at her cart and stuff like that, and I just gave him this look like, don't do it, man, don't do it, because unbeknown to him, I had a gun on me. So but I just kept looking at him like, shaking my head, going, don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it,
man. Yeah, like he was about.
I've been to like some Black Fridays like twice in the past.
Are you one of those people?
No, that's why I've only been twice ever. But dude, I've seen people like fight over stuff.
Really?
It's the craziest thing. Like it's just objects, man. If you can't get it, you can't fucking get it.
Right. Yeah, I don't see a point in that. But I've never seen anybody just walk up to somebody's cart and just take it out of their cart before. But
Impractical Jokers, dude. Have you ever seen Impractical Jokers?
Yeah, I've seen that show. It's a little too, I don't know, almost like scripted for me,
It is.
Yeah.
They have the skits where they do that there, where they'll walk down the aisle or they'll like grab something out of somebody's basket.
Yeah, it's like some of those videos I've seen on YouTube where you see a couple walking down the street and then a guy jumps out with a big sledgehammer and dressed in a clown suit, and he like smashes a fake body and it squirts everywhere. And then he runs after the people and they go, they run away, stuff like that. No, I'd not be running away from a clown. No. It's just too. How did they get so many? It's just No. It's too perfect of a situation.
Yeah. No,
that clown
so
with me. That clown would get shot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the way society is now, I mean, you could easily shoot the guy for scaring you. And he was just pulling a prank, you know.
Yeah, I saw something like that on a YouTube channel where these guys were pulling pranks on people and ran up to a driver, and the driver actually pulled out a gun and shot him. And
yeah.
But he got off because it was self-defense, because the guy tried to was screaming at him and wanted to pull him out of his car. So yeah, absolutely.
All right, I got another story.
Oh, I love stories, man.
In 2014, U.S. Airways could never anticipate a passenger bringing her pig on the plane. According to witnesses, the pot-bellied support pig was squealing the entire time it was on board.
That's going a little bit too far, don't you think? That's just pushing the envelope a little bit. You know, I can understand if I saw a support dog today, it was a beautiful dog, but a pig, I mean.
Apparently, as long as you have the right licensing and tags for them, it could be anything. It could literally be anything.
I was at a convenience store we have here on the East Coast called Wawa, and I pulled up. I was on my bike, and I saw some people sitting in their car. I got pictures of it on my phone, and they're sitting there, lady here, man here, on the console, spider monkey.
Spider monkey?
Yeah, a spider monkey. It's about that tall, and just
I've seen
there eating Cheetos. Yeah, cheese puffs. Yeah.
Why? I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either. But but I thought it was cool. You know, it was cool.
Yeah.
See a monkey hanging out eating. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
The pigs. Why would you want a pet pig?
And why would you? I mean, I've seen people who have pet pigs. I mean, that's kind of common around this area where I live. It's farm area around here, and people do have the little pot-bellied pigs and stuff like that. But seriously, why would you want to bring it on an airplane? You gotta know that's going to be disturbing to other people. And as we know, there are people out in this world who like to go out and just cause shit.
Oh yeah, just to do it.
Yeah, just to do it, just to see what they'll get away with, and so they can make a little video of them getting thrown off the plane or something. They should get thrown off the plane.
Some of the craziest things, in my opinion, from being in retail and restaurants, is when you have this frustrated member that is doing it with the intention of getting something out of it.
Right.
But then you go play along with it and you give them it, and then they're like, they don't know how to react because they're not expecting you to, work with them.
Yes, I see that all the time where people are taking pictures of government buildings or federal buildings, and the cops come out, and then they have this argument. Well, I'm allowed to be out here. I'm the press. I'm doing a video on Facebook, and that doesn't make you press. Come on, really? But yeah, people just do this to get a shock value of what they can get away with. That's just come on, knock it off.
Well, it's just. I don't even, the way society's gone. I mean, even this next generation of people are such wimps. They cry and I'm 33. Okay, I know I'm young into you, but there's adults half my age.
Yeah. And they are. They need to understand that you can't be offended by everything in this world. I mean, unfortunately, the people who are teaching them are my age, and they've taught them it's okay to be offended by everything. Yeah. So the only people who are to blame for that are ourselves. That's it.
You ready for the next story?
Yeah, get that pig out of here.
This is actually a scenario. My bad. Going to the gym and using a Hershey's syrup bottle as a water bottle.
See, again, somebody pushing the envelope to see what kind of rise they can get out of people.
I mean, that's clever though. That's pretty good. It would
be clever if they would just kind of turn around away from sight and just went,
But
that's funny. Yeah,
that's funny.
Not something I would think to do, but
Go running on the treadmill for 10 minutes and stop, and you're.
well, I don't. So I used to go to a gym for a little while, and right up at the counter, they have a bowl of Hershey's chocolate kisses. And then once a week, they would do pizza night. What sense does that make?
They have these like super expensive like fitness centers around here called Life Fitness, and they have like whole restaurants and bars in them.
What sense does that make, right? It keeps customers coming in. That's what it does. Marketing.
Well, yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Hey, my buddy Kilo Center is here. Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for tuning in.
I actually quit the gym that I was going to, and within a month, actually lost 10 pounds after I stopped going to the gym.
No shit.
Yeah, I don't know why.
My wife did this for like a week straight. She ate just straight potatoes, just a plain potatoes for her meals, and she lost like 15 pounds in a week.
Really?
Yeah.
My thing is don't bother going on diets. There's only one diet that ever works, because people go on diets and then they get done the diet, and then they turn back into a fat slob after a couple months later. The only way you can that's the truth, right? The only way that you can lose weight and maintain weight off you is one way: eat less and move more. That's it.
I can't do that.
No. Oh, you got to drink more. Yeah, you have to have more beer. That's right. Yeah.
I like to dilute my Hershey's water bottle with Hershey's.
Oh, yeah, awesome. Yeah. Well, you are getting vegetables in when you're drinking the beer. You got your barley in and stuff like that. So.
Oh, yeah, I you talked about me being like I drink all the time, man. I have a beer or two here and there.
Yeah, here or two this hour, here or two that hour.
Hey, man, I've had a couple 40s in the last couple hours.
Oh, 40s. Oh my God, what are you in the fucking hood? Colt 45 you drinking now?
All right, next one. We're just moving right through these, man. I've got 1, 2, 3. I got 4 more left. All right. A man named Nicholas Boardman was driving drunk with his girlfriend when he was pulled over by cops. Both he and his girlfriend were completely naked. They weren't wearing seatbelts, and they had open containers of alcohol in the front seat. He was cited for a DUI, but in Nebraska, there is no law against driving naked.
I'm trying to think. We're making our way across the United States. I'm trying to think if we're going through Nebraska. I don't think so.
Yeah, hey, you can test it out in the other states you drive through.
Yeah, I'll test it out. Man, what the hell? Yeah. Hey, I heard Nebraska you can do this. Yeah, that's what I want to do, traveling across the United States with a boatload of guns and ammunition. Yeah, no.
You don't have to be. You can be sober and naked. Okay, it's fine.
Yeah. I was getting a little hot, officer. Yeah.
There was I lived
myself. I mean, if I had a girl with me, I mean, there's been plenty of times when I've been in a car naked with a girl, but we weren't driving. But I don't think I've ever done that driving. I mean, I may have been driving something in the back seat, but that's about it. But
hey, my buddy Kilo Center said a seatbelt could be considered clothing.
Can it? Yeah. Well, if it's placed in the right area, sure.
Yeah, why not?
Where is your buddy from?
He actually works in the tire center at my work.
Oh, no kidding. So he actually knows you.
Yeah, unfortunately. Sorry.
Did you manage him when you were in the tire section?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So he's a good kid. He's supervised a couple times, he did supervise, and now he's back in the shop. But we'll see. I imagine he'll move up pretty quick.
He's a good kid. How old is he?
Yes. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. Sorry, man. I think early 20s. He's
Oh,
got he. I know he can drink, but I think he's barely legal.
so he's a good kid to you because you're in your 30s.
He
And
said, "Thanks, bros."
you're a good kid to me because I'm in my 50s. So all right.
He just turned 24. Thanks for
Oh my
clarifying.
God, yeah. I got underwear 24. Holy shit.
Probably with several holes in them, huh?
It's my Sunday
Blowing out the
underwear.
crotch.
It's my Sunday underwear. Yeah, it's holy.
I I lived in a pretty sketchy neighborhood, and it was kind of one of those things where we found a duplex for hella cheap, and one morning I woke up to this like 300-pound man walking down the street butt naked getting tased by the cops.
That's got. You think some people think, oh, being a police officer is going to be a glamorous thing or something like that. Until you run, there's always that one time you're going to have to chase a naked person, So, and it's going to be somebody naked that you don't want to chase, I mean, so
covering themselves in their own feces.
Everybody thinks when you go to a nude beach that you're going to have all these beautiful women there, and when you get there, you're like, holy shit, Yeah, not so much.
It's more the women who can't get any, so they go there and they're just like, hey,
yeah,
who wants it?
Yeah, let's build some sandcastles. All right.
I brought some blue cheese dressing.
I'm a damsel. Oh, no. Blue cheese dressing. Oh my God. Oh no. I like blue cheese dressing, but not now, man. Jeez.
Just don't show up with a Hershey's bottle full of water because they might be a little disappointed.
That's right.
Is there nude beaches in Delaware?
No, they tried to do that at one time. They tried to have a nude beach, but the cops came down and raided it, and it just never happened. And that was like 30 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. I imagine there's some communes somewhere around, not too far from you.
Well, I mean, there is not that there's anything against it. People deserve to live how they want to, but it is a very large gay population down in at the beach. Rehoboth Beach is what it's called, but it's a very large gay population. There are over 80% of the businesses down there are gay owned. But I mean, no problems down there. Everybody just acts like people. I mean, never any problems.
They're people.
Yeah, they're good people. Yeah. It's a good thing.
All right, next. Yeah. I got another scenario. This is more of an awkward scenario, and I've had to do this a couple times, and it does feel really awkward when you're doing it. But trying to lockpick your own house because you forgot your keys. Like, that doesn't feel weird. Like, whenever I did it, it was like, man, am I gonna get in trouble? And it's my own house.
Well, wait a minute. So you were trying to break into your own house, but you had your keys on you?
No, I did not. Like, you left your keys in the house.
Like, what the hell? Why, if you had your keys on you, what were you, like, drinking too many beers that time and you couldn't get in?
Yeah, I was naked and drunk trying to break into my house.
Yeah, hanging out in Arkansas or
Nebraska. Okay.
Nebraska. Yeah, too many 12 packs over in Nebraska, and you made it home.
12 pack of 40s.
I don't know if I've ever had to do that before. If I've ever had to break into my own, I mean, I snuck into my home when I was a kid, when I was supposed to be in earlier, but I don't know if I've ever had to break into my home before.
It's an awkward feeling. I mean, you're not going to get in trouble, but it's still awkward because you're breaking into a house.
I'll tell you, I did have some trouble. Man, I guess I can tell this story. So I was 16 years old, and I went to see my girlfriend who was babysitting. And she was babysitting, and so I would get her attention by tapping on the windows, because I wasn't supposed to be there. So I would get her attention. I would tap on the windows and throw little rocks on the windows, stuff like that. And I was doing that, and then the next thing you know, man, the cops pulled up. Oh man, yeah, that sucked. Because then the cops brought me to the front door, and they're like, "What are you doing here?" I'm like, sorry, sir, I'm here to see my girlfriend. And they're like, oh, and they said, "You have any ID on you?" And I was in high school, and I was like, "Well, yeah." And they go, "Oh, Daniel Jackson. Hey, aren't you that kid down the street that plays drums?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's me." And they're like, "Yeah," because they used to have to come to my house all the time because people would call the cops on me all the time because I was playing drums, and my mom would tell them, "Isn't it better he's in the garage playing the drums than out on the street and breaking into your homes?" And then so they stopped calling the cops after that. So, but they said, "Oh, well, what are you doing here?" I said, "No, I'm here to see my girlfriend." And luckily, they knocked on the door, and my girlfriend said, "Oh, yeah, that's my boyfriend." But but yeah, that was a scary little moment. But other than that, I've never tried to break into my own home. But where were your keys?
They were in the couch cushion.
And you didn't think to like check at the moment you were leaving the home, or
I mean, come on, you're talking about me here.
did you have pre-qualified beers before you left the home, and that's why you forgot the
I'm
keys?
pretty sure this is when I was before I even drank. Yeah, pretty sure it
Is
was before I
is it this home that you're in now?
No.
Oh, I was going to say, because you could go right next door to your neighbor's house; they'd let you sleep in there, right?
Well, yeah, but it's actually a pin pad. We have a pin pad lock now. There's no key. It's
Oh,
kind of
no
nice.
kidding. Oh, so
It
you
was
got
like,
it's electronic now.
well, yeah, it's like, I mean, it's like a touch tone kind of buttons, but it's just a pin pad kind of thing. It's pretty neat.
Is that battery operated?
Yeah,
Okay, so I
it
was
was
gonna
like
say,
60-70 bucks at Menards.
if the electricity goes out, what do? You know, what does it let you know when the battery? I mean, wouldn't that suck?
Yeah, because it like occasionally will blink cut like green, and then when it's going bad, it turns red.
Wouldn't that be shitty if you went out and you came back and it's it went red?
There is a
It's a battery. Yeah.
there is a physical key that comes with it, but
Oh, okay. But you didn't have that either because you had to.
I wouldn't. Usually I got my back door unlocked, but I have my dogs back there, and nobody's gonna go in my backyard with my dogs back there, so to worry about. All right, next little.
You didn't even catch that joke, did you?
I didn't even hear what you said.
You said you have your back door unlocked. I said I heard that about you.
Oh man, you're a funny guy.
There we go. Let my 20-pound cat in the room.
All right. Next up, we are just cruising today, man.
Naked in Nebraska, brother. That's it. If I was going to do it with anybody, I would do it with you, man.
Right on, man. Yeah, I'm right there with you. It's only 2 hours for me.
I don't know how far it's going to be for me once I get to Arizona.
Yeah. All right. While we all know that eating other humans is sick and wrong, there are no actual laws on the books in the U.S. against cannibalism.
Well, you know, there was a movie out years ago about this soccer team that crash landed in like the mountains. And they actually had to eat like 5 of them, you know, after they passed away. The other surviving members ate like 5 of them just to survive before they actually got rescued. It was like months before they got rescued. And they were freezing, so they were taking little tiny bits in the movie and peeling off bits of skin and meat and stuff like that and eat them. I would have dove right in and ate a fucking leg. I wouldn't give a shit, because at that point, you know, as I know, when you die, your spirit leaves your body and goes on. It's just a piece of meat at that point. So it's not. You're not desecrating anything. They're dead already. So you know. So
I'm curious what it would. I am curious what it would taste like. Like I have no interest in eating. I have no interest in eating a human, but I am curious if I had to, what it would taste like.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
you know how like deer, and turkeys kind of have sort of a gamey taste to them.
Well, not my
Well,
brother.
deer, not turkey. Deer.
My brother was over at the Thanksgiving, and that's all he eats is deer meat. He hunts all year long, and or has enough. He gets enough deer meat throughout the year, so that's all he eats. And he brought some deer jerky over, man. I'll tell you what, that shit was delicious. Holy
I
crap!
do like deer. I've had deer jerky. It's good.
Yeah, it was good. And he's got this guy he goes to, the butcher that does this all the time. So yeah, it was really good. But I mean, people, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if I had to survive,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, if you want to survive that bad, sure. I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
I feel like if I was on an island with somebody and it was just me and them and there was no food source and they died.
Oh no, I wouldn't wait for him to die.
You wouldn't, you just kill them.
Yeah, I'd find the biggest fucking rock I had, and then fuck yeah.
I would just use them for bait, man. I would chop them up into chunks and use them for bait.
Well, yeah, I would try that too, but I mean, if I'm starving, fucking
Yeah,
starving.
well, you eat a good thigh and then, start chopping away at the rest of it.
That's why you got to do it. That's why you got to do it early on because you don't want them to get too skinny on you. So
Yeah. Yeah, the Donner Party. Have you ever read about the Donner Party and all that stuff?
Jeffrey. Oh, or no, what's? Do you mean Jeffrey Dahmer or something else?
No, the Dahmer part, the party that got trapped in the mountains in a blizzard and then started eating each other.
No, I've never heard of that.
They had documentaries and stuff on it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm glitching a little bit.
Yeah, if that were to happen, I mean, yeah. Again, I'd find the biggest rock I could that I could hold on to, and hey, how about them bears? Boom.
Hey, is that Elvis?
Yeah, there you go, motherfucker. Boom. Yeah.
All right, last up.
Dinner served. Yeah.
Standing on a sidewalk outside a stranger's house and just staring through their window.
Well, when you're young, yeah, you always see this in the teenage movies. And when I was a teenager, they're always praying for maybe they'll see a silhouette of a naked girl in the house or something like that. But that's a little creepy, if you ask me.
But it's illegal. There's nothing against it.
It's legal?
Yeah, it's public. Sidewalks are public street. You can stand on a sidewalk and stare at somebody's house.
Well, I like I said earlier, as some people do crazy things, they're just trying to get a rise out of people, by standing in front of buildings and taking pictures. I guess they could do the same thing, but yeah, I don't know. There was a guy who was in my neighborhood here, and he went on this app we have here called Nextdoor, and we
use it.
He wanted to see if anybody else could find. He had a drone, okay, and he wanted to see if anybody found his drone. And I said, where do you live? He lived all the way on the other side of the neighborhood. And I said, where do you think it was? He says, I think it's down by Kirby Road. I said, yeah, that's where I live. And he said, yeah, I think it's down there. I said, does it have a camera on it or anything? He said, yeah, that's how I think it's at Kirby Road. And I said, you do know that's against the law, correct? And then somebody else said, what are you saying to that guy? I said, that's against the law. You're not allowed to fly a drone in a neighborhood. You're supposed to be out in here in Delaware. It has to be out in a field, and you can't be near neighborhoods. I said, so obviously, whatever you're doing is against the law. You're flying this drone over the neighborhood, and you think it landed on the other side of the neighborhood where it's not supposed to be, correct? And he's like, well, I mean, I'm not. I said, no, you're doing something that's against the law. So So what you don't want to do is you don't want me to find your drone. I said, because if I find your drone, I'm taking it to the friggin' police.
Yeah.
Because who knows? Maybe you're out there with your camera on your phone, on your drone, and you're peeping in people's windows and taking pictures.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh man, what are you busting on me for, man?" I said, "Well,
Yeah. Facts, man.
I'm breaking the law, man." But yeah, I'm a little weary about it. I would be a little bit weary about somebody just standing out on the sidewalk and staring into my home.
I don't know what I would do because like you can't shoot them because then you're at fault because it's public property.
Right. Well, I know by taking, since I'm a gun owner, taking some classes. So if someone to come into your house and rob your house, you can't shoot them here in Delaware unless they're actually threatening to or performing bodily harm on you. They could come into your house, they could steal everything you have, they could kill your dog, and you are not allowed to shoot them unless they are performing bodily harm on you or threatening to do so.
Well, how would they be able to prove if they were threatening? I mean, you just say they were.
Right.
He told me I had a knife. He told me I had a knife. I shot him.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody tries to break into my house, they're not leaving on their own. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would call the cops and be like, he will not be alive by the time you get here.
Oh, I wouldn't even call the cops, man. I would call the cops after the fact. Maybe they can help come clean up the mess or something like that. But yeah, no, I would not allow that to happen here. Neither would my wife. No. But luckily, I am moving to a very gun-friendly state.
What part of Arizona are you going to now?
I'm going to Sierra Vista. That's 12 miles north of the Mexican border.
Man, I don't know if I can do it, man. It's pretty hot. That's what you want, though. That's what you want.
Not really. We're told that the area we're moving in is 10 degrees in temperature lower than it is like up in Phoenix or Tucson, which is like 2 hours away. So even if it's like 100 up there, it's only like 90 down where I am. But again, there's no humidity there either, so you're not sweating your Yahoo off either. So, but you do have to drink a lot of water because you don't know that you're sweating, because by the time the sweat would come up to your skin, it would evaporate. So you have to keep very well hydrated. But like, I just went for a ride on my bicycle before you got a hold of me, and it's 38 degrees here at nighttime when I was riding my bicycle, and my wife said, over in Sierra Vista right now, it's 55. And I'm thinking, shit, man.
That's nice.
Yeah, at nighttime. So yeah.
All right, man. So when are you going to be back in the podcast scene? I mean, obviously you're doing it right now. You have a plan yet?
We will. We're going to be down and out this month. Actually in December. It all depends on when we get cable running and all that stuff too. We found out the cable in that area is not the highest of speeds, that's for sure. As we get there, we're actually going to go to different cable companies and find the best one to get, because it looks like it's going to be this company called Cox Cable, because I like Cox.
Well, I know. No, Cox it's around here too. It was around here, but it didn't last very long. I don't know if it still is.
Who doesn't like Cox, well, some people.
Well, anybody who can't spell it right.
Right. Yeah, I don't even know how to spell it right. So it looks like we're going to go there. But as soon as we get that up and running, I would say probably about January. But that doesn't mean we're not posting shows. We have shows already recorded. We're actually dropping one tomorrow, or no, this coming Monday, and then we have like 2 more to drop. So we have enough shows to get us through into January, and then we'll.
So did you pre-record several episodes?
Yeah, we pre-record everything. We always pre-record at least 6 or 7 shows, and then drop one every 2 weeks.
See, I just go with the flow, man.
I know.
Hey, it's starting to work though, man. I've had podcasters lately reaching out to me to come on. My followers are starting to grow. It's crazy. And I'm not really doing a whole lot. So
Yeah, I'm starting to get some referrals from other podcasters telling me that, yeah, hey, I got somebody who wants to have you on the show like you did. And I just had another girl who reached out to me as well. And yeah, so that's working out pretty well. And then,
We both started. I'm pretty sure we both started about the same time too.
yes, we did. Yeah, that's why it would work well together for us driving down the road in Nebraska naked.
We'll do a on the road live show.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually I'm gonna try to video log the trip out to Arizona while I'm driving in my truck. So
that's a good idea.
And then maybe post that on the site, because I'm going to be in different parts of the country, and being a medium wherever I'm at, I see spirit all the time. Just like I was talking to a guy earlier, and I was meditating earlier too. And when I meditate, I just they bring me messages and stuff like that. But tonight, instead of meditating, I just sat there in the dark and watched all the spirit in my room stand around, and they all like to watch me, and I was just watching them walk around the room and stuff like that. So it was pretty neat.
All right, man. Well,
January.
This will be our last one in Delaware, at least.
Yeah, last one in Delaware, and I'll be picking it up in Arizona in a couple of weeks. So yeah.
That sounds great, man. You have a safe trip. I'm sure we'll be messaging each other. So.
Yeah, we will. Of course we will, man, because I'm gonna have somebody to talk to. Because I'm going across country with me and my wife, both of our vehicles, 2 trailers, and 10 cats. And if I had hair, I'll probably be pulling it out by the time we get done that trip. So.
My buddy Kilo Center says, "Good podcast, guys. I enjoyed listening."
Awesome. Thank you for listening to us rant about stupid shit, because it's fun.
Yeah, no, of course. It's the whole purpose of my show. I love how the topics create such random discussions. Like I've noticed with everybody I have on, it just brings up the most random conversation, and I love it.
That's the best part, because you like you and I have always talked about everything all the time. It's all about perception and how every person perceives things, and they always got some type of story or something to go along with everything that they ever heard of, even though they hear things on your show that you don't normally hear about, which is cool, but they always got something they can equate it to.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, I'm gonna let you go.
It's either that or everyone that you have on your show is just really fucked up.
It's probably a mixture of all.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like me. Yeah.
I'm a pretty mellow guy, but I have a sense of humor.
Yeah, well, that's what happens.
All right, man. I'm gonna let you go.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you soon. Be good. Don't do any stupid shit.
Yeah, I probably will, but
Work at Costco.
See you later.
Bye.